I want to talk to you about Libya. And let me remind you of the 5 points that we have made that you need to remember. Here's the first one. The administration is running guns and aid to our enemies, Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood and other radical Islamic groups, to foment revolutionary democracy. Point 2, Ambassador Stevens was the point man for the exchange. Point 3, they had forewarning. It came under attack by terrorists. The administration knew it, and they watched it happen in real time. They stopped members of the military from intervening, and they watched our people die. They are covering up, and they have done so by validating the radical Islamic excuse of Islamophobia, an attempt for sympathy and leniency on their murderous attacks. The Pentagon, the CIA, the administration, all were involved. And the 5th point, it continues today. This is true, and so are these things. I want to show you up at the top of the board here on this chalkboard, there's 4 points there, and then there's the update. And the 4 points up the top is why? Why did this happen? Well, there was a call for help. No rescue orders were given. Someone tried to send help anyway, and help was ordered to stand down. That's the crux of really where the passion should be. But let me give you the update on what has happened. John Allen is under investigation for inappropriate emails to Jill Kelly. This is John Allen. Oh, another general. Paula Broadwell is in a catfight over Petraeus with Kelly. Now, who is Kelly? I'm telling you right now, Kelly is going to be an interesting figure. I just said to my producer just 20 minutes ago, I said, I want you to turn every stone up. Something's wrong with Jill Kelly and the person that she warned at the FBI. Well, it didn't take too long before my producer in my ear, right before we went on the air, said, Glenn, here's the update on Jill Kelly. Jill Kelly is in massive debt. Oh, well, that's not a target. She's in massive debt, up to $2 million. She's been in and out of court. And she spent the summer in Martha's Vineyard with the Democrats and the Democratic Senate Re-election Committee, and John Kerry, too. So she's friendly with them. Okay. So anyway, here she is. She's the one that apparently Paula Broadwell sent a letter to her and said, stay away from my man. Really? So she takes this email and she gives it to an FBI agent. And she says, I'm really concerned. Well, the FBI is not interested. They're not interested at all. They say there's no threat here. But the person that she sent it to, he insists that they look into it. Now, he had to be removed from the investigation because he apparently had previously sent shirtless photos of himself to Jill Kelly. Can I ask you a question? Honestly, is it just you and me? Are we the only ones that haven't taken nude pictures of ourselves and sent it to people? Because I'm beginning to feel like an outcast. I really am feeling alone here. Have you done it? Because don't tell me. I don't want to know. So the FBI guy that she called up for help had sent her those pictures. Also, another very important point in the story today, the press has uncovered Petraeus showed up at a party at Kelly's house with a 28-car motorcade. Jill Kelly, also now today, hired the same lawyer that defended Bill Clinton in the Monica Lewinsky scandal and hired the same crisis PR person who represented Michael Vick. Wow, she's just an ordinary citizen. Really? She did all that? Reports are suggesting the president didn't know about the affair until 5 p.m. on Election Day. Broadwell's dad says, quote, this is something else entirely, and the truth will come out, and there's a lot more that's going to come out. You wait and see. There's a lot more that meets the eye. You bet there is. Broadwell made an interesting statement in the wake of Benghazi that you have to see here.
The facts that came out today were that the ground forces there at the CIA annex, which is different from the consulate, were requesting reinforcements. They were requesting it's called the Think and Extremist Force group of Delta Force operators, are most talented guys we have in the military. They could have come and reinforced the consulate and the CIA annex that were under attack. Now, I don't know if a lot of you have heard this, but the CIA annex had actually had taken a couple of Libyan militia members prisoner, and they think that the attack on the consulate was an effort to try to get these prisoners back. So that's still being vetted.
Still being vetted. Boy, she knows a lot for being a first-time writer, doesn't she? How does she know this? More on that tape here in a minute. Petraeus, in the last piece of news today, was apparently looking forward to testifying about Benghazi. He had personally traveled to Libya in late October to conduct his own review of the attack, but all of a sudden, he now says, you know what, my heart tells me that I shouldn't testify. Really, General? Okay, that's the information that we have out here today. But let's break this up into three categories of what's important: the sex scandal, Benghazi, and the Arab Spring. Let's begin over here with the sex scandal. We told you yesterday, this is a setup. I'm telling you, this Jill character, there's something wrong with her. I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong. This is spontaneously. They just found out. Bull crap. They have known. The White House knew during the vetting process that Petraeus was carrying on an inappropriate relationship. They knew it. They knew he could be easily compromised, but they appointed him anyway. Why? Because when you have the goods on something, well, you need a pressure point. Just like this Jill lady. She's got $2 million in debt. She's in and out of court all the time. Pressure point. Same with the general. General Petraeus, remember, that's what the left used to call him. And now he was put up to head up the CIA? Really? Of course. They have a pressure point. And now he's being discredited. And this whole scandal is doing what? How's your opinion of the military? Discredit the last standing honorable American institution we have, the military. Let's start here. How much time did the FBI spend on those emails? I mean, they followed through on a letter where the rest of the people in the FBI said there was no threat. Yet the one guy who was sending pictures of himself shirtless, he insists, we got to talk about this. You got to do something. There's a threat here. Everybody else is like, Bill or Bob or John or whatever the hell your name is. There's no threat. What are you talking about? But he insists, and so finally they relented. Lo and behold, the magic email bunny comes down. Hopping down the magic email bunny trail. Hippity hop, and look what he's got in his basket, General Petraeus. One complaint from a non-governmental employee, and the FBI goes full throttle and grants itself access to hundreds of thousands of pages of emails and documents. For what? How much time did they spend at the safe house in Libya? A day? An afternoon? 3 weeks later? And now they've done a thorough search at Broadwell's home. This makes no sense. Unless your goal is to distract and discredit the military and blame all of the problems on someone else, or at least distract the media. This scandal is exactly the same tactic the Obama administration used when Benghazi first happened. Distract and discredit. This is not us. It's not us. You know what it is the anti-Islamic video. That's what it is on YouTube. And there's no difference between the Islamic video and the sex scandal. Both of those things happened, but neither of them are the real story. Remember, let's see what, remember, the only thing left in our country we believe in, the military, right? Our cops. Do you remember the other sex scandal this year? It was from the Secret Service. Name the last time you heard of a bad sex scandal with the Secret Service. It included the Secret Service, it included the military, it included the Air Force, it included everybody. The most trusted group of men going into a foreign country and making it with a bunch of hookers. Really? The Secret Service crazed sex maniacs with hookers. Wow. Now, when that happened, I told you, look for the White House connections. The White House was involved. Months later, we discovered that they were involved. But by then, nobody cared. Look at the Secret Service. You can't trust them. Secret Service and hookers, you know. Now, the CIA director and a 4-star general caught having sex under the desk and sending tens of thousands of pages worth of inappropriate material. Whoa, that is dedication. General, after all the inappropriate communication, is there any time at all left in the day for real, actual work? And the FBI agent, the one who processed the harassing email complaint, reported the incident, even though he was implicating himself. because he had sent the shirtless pictures of himself. Really? Whoa. What are the odds?